Have you ever watched a billion-dollar startup shoot itself in the foot in such spectacular fashion? So June 16th, that's when Cursor, the AI coding darling, valued at nearly $10 billion, decided to completely screw over their most loyal users. So how do you turn passionate advocates into furious critics in just 18 days? How do you take a tool that felt like magic and make it feel like a rigged casino? And here's the real kicker. They just raised $900 million and still can't figure out how to make money without burning their users. Today I'm going to break down how Cursor's pricing disaster reveals the ugly truth about AI economics and why I think this is just the beginning. When people are yelling at me that I say the AI bubble's bursting, one of the first things that you see is when companies start making dramatic pricing changes, and that's one of the first signs. Let's dive in. So according to Simon Willisons, who's one of the best AI analysts out there, Cursor was likely losing money on some of their more savvy users who maximized token usage with their 500 request limit. The company admitted that the hardest requests cost an order of magnitude more than simple ones. So basically they're saying they never properly calculated their unit economics. They moved from predictable request-based pricing to volatile token-based pricing because they couldn't handle the cost variability and modern AI models. So with my years in software development, I can tell you that this reeks of poor product management and even worse financial planning. Now, of course, the subreddits just exploded with criticism, with users calling Cursor's business model just burning VC money on subsidizing API requests. One top commenter noted that the churn for AI code editor is at 40 to 60% and predicted that their $100 million ARR is likely to go down and to the right. Users discovered that Cursor was basically a wrapper around other companies' AI models with no real defensible technology of their own. The community turned on Cursor's management, with one user saying, "Are they insane? Take the money and run," referring to OpenAI's acquisition offer. Comments like all-time bag fumble and "I'm mad if I were an employee" showed even how potential hires were reconsidering the company. The backlash was so severe that Cursor moderators were reportedly banning and removing anything that was even remotely negative about Cursor in their subreddits. That's pretty bad, folks. Like, if you're having to ban people from making comments, that's going to give you into, bad spots really quick. Now, Cursor's business model depends entirely on third-party AI providers like OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, and xAI, companies that they don't control. And that cost a ton of money. As one Reddit user perfectly explained, these rappers' whole businesses models hinges on someone else's technology they don't own or control. So when pricing changes from the underlying AI providers, companies like Cursor's get squeezed between maintaining user satisfaction and staying profitable. The market is finally catching up with these VC-backed wrappers as users realize they're paying premium prices for basic API access. Most AI coding assistants offer similar functionality because they're all built on the same foundational models. There's no real differentiations. So this becomes a race to the bottom, and it's begun with alternatives like Claude Code, Windsurfer, and even open source options providing similar values but at lower costs. So Cursor's initial blog post was so confusing that they had to update it on the 30th and then publish a full apology on the 4th. So it took them 3 times to actually try to even begin to explain to people what this was. Users were blindsided by the change, with so many discoveries surprising that they didn't notice it until their bills went up. This level of communication failure at a $10 billion company shows a fundamental lack of customer empathy and product management competence. And that's the problem here. These AI unicorns have gone to unicorn status so fast without a real revenue model. The basic economics don't make sense. So AI inference costs are astronomical, and every query to models like Claude Sonnet or GPT-4 and now into Grok 4 are going to add up really quickly. The era of VC subsidized AI usage is ending as investors demand actual profitability from companies with billion-dollar valuations. Surprise, right? So when people talk about the bubble bursting, they think I'm saying that AI is going to go away. Let me make this very clear. I'm not saying that AI is going to go away, but companies like Cursor, who have been going on these crazy valuations and raising money to pump into their valuation, are going to be met with these same kind of things that are going to be examples of the bubble bursting. So Cursor has a new $200 a month Ultra plan with 20x more usage, and it reveals the true cost structure. Most users are getting massively subsidized access. So Simon Willison noted that $200 pricing tier is becoming standard across AI tools, creating significant lock-in effects for users. So Grok 4 just came out and released their $300 model, right? Again, showing how expensive this is. And I don't think that's still even going to crack the surface of this. Now, OpenAI acquisition that could have saved them. According to CNBC, OpenAI expressed interest in acquiring Insphere last year, which could have solved their economic problems overnight. Cursor's founder chose not to sell out to OpenAI, a decision that now looks incredibly short-sighted given their current struggles. But I get it. I wouldn't want to sell OpenAI either because I can't stand OpenAI. But Reddit users called this an all-time fumble, right? And questioned the sanity of turning down a deal with one of the few profitable AI companies. Now, I don't think OpenAI is profitable, so I think that was not necessarily accurate of them. But instead of becoming part of a sustainable ecosystem, they chose to compete directly with their own suppliers in a losing battle. And this decision highlights the hubris of many of the AI startups who think they can outmaneuver and the very companies that provided the core technology. Not only that, they're just absolutely ignoring basic economics on their valuations. And everybody's lost their mind when it comes to AI. Here's some great information about our services.
Hi, I'm Spencer, a Fractional CTO. With over a decade of executive leadership and 25 years in software development, I've transformed technology teams and products for businesses just like yours. As your Fractional CTO, you get the strategic guidance of a seasoned technology executive without the full-time commitment. Perfect for companies ready to leverage cutting-edge technology without expanding headcount. My team at Startup Hack has already built advanced AI agents for small and medium businesses, automating complex workflows and delivering advanced ROI to human workflows. We specialize in creating custom software that connects your systems into a single coherent technology ecosystem. Our development approach focuses on tangible business outcomes. For one client, we developed AI-powered workflows that cut days off of human processes. For another company, by connecting multiple systems, we reduced processing time to increase their ROI by over 75%. We don't just write code, we architect solutions that scale. Whether you need cloud system architecture, data integration between legacy systems, or custom AI agents that automate your unique business processes, my team delivers results that exceed your expectations. Having led technology for a lot of companies and launched 7 successful brands of my own, I bring battle-tested expertise to your business challenges. Our specialty is turning technological complexity into business advantage. So if you're ready to harness the power of AI and custom software to drive your business forward, let's connect. Together, we'll build technology that doesn't just solve today's problems, it positions you for tomorrow's opportunities. Technology leadership, decades of experience, AI powered. Reach out today and we can help you. Check out startuphack.com/Spencer.